Welcome back to my video, guys. So today is a new video all about things that are happening and things that I am gearing towards within my planning. I'm still sick, you guys, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did get my voice back. There's probably a little bit of stuffiness still there. The cough is still there. Unfortunately, I'm just having the hardest time trying to kick it. But we're gonna try and get through this video with me having minimal coughing, I hope. So for this video, I definitely wrote down some key points that I wanted to kind of touch base on and talk to you guys about, also regarding my planner. I think it's important that we touch base on these things because there's going to be so much stuff happening that I have kind of just sat down and recapped for not only the ending of 2019, but going into 2020 and then what's to come. So, the first topic that we're going to talk about is my calendar setup and what I have done for the next 3 months. So let's talk about that. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my blue pen that always falls. And we're going to go ahead and open this up. This one to the side. And we're going to jump straight to calendar. If I can ever get there. Okay. Perfect. All right. And I feel like I need something. I knew this had a purpose. I knew these things had a purpose. Hopefully this doesn't fall. So, all right. So I have my monthly insert here. And if you did not watch my last video, I definitely messed up my week insert that I had in here. So you'll see there's a little bit of changing that went on with that. But this is my monthly setup. So what I have decided to do for the next 3 months is everything that I have going on, whether that be big or small, has a color code. And now it is kind of coded like Google Calendar. So in my phone, usually what I do is I write down a task or something that's happening and I put a color on it. And I have it going through a certain period of time, whether that be reoccurring every day, whether it's lifetime or whether it's short term. I have it going through the entire time frame that it's supposed to. And this is kind of how it looks on Google when you put your items into the Google Calendar. So I find that works for me because if I see it like that, oftentimes I refer to that. So I have my calendar here set up like that. So me and my husband have started or are going to start Insanity today. We would have done it Monday on the day that it was supposed to start, but we ended up having to do something with friends on that day. So we are jumping into it today, October 1st. So as you can see for Insanity, it's just a line, a purple line going all the way through. So the reason why it's not going through on Sundays is because Sunday would be an actual rest day in the Insanity program. So I have it going through the days that Insanity actually takes place. And I actually missed the 7th. So I'll have to go back in and fill that out. But it actually runs through Monday through Saturday. So it's a 6-day workout program. So I have that in here. Also, what I have in here, which you guys probably can't see so clear, is it also says social media break. So after this video today, I need to take a social media break. Not saying necessarily just getting off or just getting annoyed and wanting to get off of social media. Reason why I need to take this social media break is because I have found myself scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube and not getting all of my tasks done. take it for granted that I moved out of rings and I kind of just stopped writing my tasks down effectively because I moved out of rings and because I wanted to wait till October to use this. But I've kind of noticed that because I did that, I fell off and I've been scrolling on the social media sites. So I need to take a social media break. Now I have this going through, and again, I missed the 7th. So anytime that there's an odd day in a calendar like this where it doesn't exactly start on a Monday, I always have to look down. And here I just did not look down because in my mind, because we were starting Insanity on the 1st, this registered as a Monday. So I'll have to go back and fill this section in right here for the 7th. But I have this social media break going through for 2 weeks. So after today, I am supposed to take a full social media break for the next 2 weeks. I don't know how long that will be. So it says 2 weeks now, but depending on how it goes, we'll see. It might go longer. We just never know. But you see that I have a social media break. And then also, there's a daily journal prompt going through all the way through October. So this is a few projects that I have working on that you guys don't necessarily know. So for the month of October, I have a couple of projects that I want to be working on, and those projects include journaling, those projects include art, and those projects include getting ready for 2020. So I showed you guys this in the last video, and I know it's out of frame, but this is the journal that I have started, which I know we're real close to the camera. This is the journal that I have started to use. So what I am going to do to make this successful for me is I am going to gear myself towards daily journal prompts for the month of October to see how much of my thought process I can span out on paper. So instead of just using my phone all the time at nighttime, usually around bedtime, I just write like whatever I'm feeling inside my phone and I leave it at that and I never touch bases on it inside my journal. So for my October monthly goal for myself, I'm going to take the journal prompts, my thoughts and ideas, and really span them out on paper and see how far I get with that. So that is a goal that I have set here. And as you can see, all of my tasks, all of the things that I want to happen for that month are going through each week, each day, as if it would be in Google Calendar. Also, my husband and I are going to go to the gym on Fridays, so those are now marked out in blue. So this is how color coding works for me. Now, some people, they use a pen and they use like a guide and a color code on the side, and then they just write that object in that color. That does not work for me. I've tried that in the past. It does not work. An example of me trying that, and let's just see if I can find an old planner that I used to use before I really started paying attention to my needs. So a long time ago, and I'll just sit this to the side for a second. A long time ago, and not too long ago, but I used to use this as my planner. Now, this was just a simple binded planner that I got from my in-laws for Christmas. Now, in here, it's just month and weeks. So there's really nothing. I mean, you have your 2020 calendar here, but there's really nothing in here that is pretty. It's just all functional, right? Even my note section is functional. And as you can see in my weeks, it's strictly pen to paper. Literally, just pen to paper. So, in here, I was using this for work. And what I would do is I would always write whatever needed to be highlighted or whatever was important, and I would write that in a different color or I would highlight it. So here I found that highlighting things were more so catching to the eye versus me writing it in color. So, like writing it in red ink. Now, I did use red ink in this month, the month of March. And doing so, I didn't really pay attention to these tasks, to these things that were happening. So they kind of got overlooked. And because I was writing things in a different color, I kind of messed up a lot of the times when I was planning. My calendar would be so busy, everything would be so busy, and then I would have things written out in red and things written out in purple or something like that. And I know you can't see all of these colors that are going on in here because they're kind of dark, but there are colors that are written out in like dark purple and like red. So that didn't work for me. I'm just going to say that did not work for me. I also went ahead and highlighted things. Now, again, highlighting stood out to me. So when I looked at my calendar, when you look at things that are highlighted in your calendar, your eyes gravitate to that. So that is why I decided to highlight things. Here's another example. May wasn't that busy of a month. As you can see, previous months were super, super busy. January, February, March. So as things get into, going more towards summer, you can kind of see that I kind of went away from writing things in a different color and just started highlighting things that are standing out to me. And then, of course, my months got less and less, and I actually got a new planner, so I stopped using this. But I tried to continue on in the weeks. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Highlighting things, whether it be in your calendar or on your weekly spread, is going to help you see it more clearly if you want to get the task done. I don't know, that's just the way my brain works, so I hope that you guys can take something from that. But the way my brain works is if I see it highlighted, I'm definitely going to gravitate towards it. Okay, so I'm not going to stay on this page. I did go ahead and run through for the month of November and December. So my next topic that I kind of want to touch bases with you on is projects. Now, this is important because this affects my channel. Not in a bad way though. So this affects my channel in a good way. So my schedule is going to change next month, and I wanted to actually sit here and talk to you about my monthly because this is where all of the changes are being made, and this is how I can kind of get you guys to see what's going on. So I have a different schedule that I'm going to be doing for the month of November. So Tuesdays are now going to be the film days instead of Monday for next month. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this now instead of when we get to November or at the end of October is because this is going to take time to kind of explain to you guys while this is being processed and worked out. So I kind of want to give you guys a heads up for what's to come, and then as we get closer, those things will kind of make a lot more sense once we get towards that month. But film days are going to be on Tuesday, so you guys are still going to get a video every Tuesday. And then planning for the next video is for me is going to be on Wednesdays. So usually I would just kind of go off of a whim and just do this for you guys on a Tuesday. But because I actually have some projects for you geared towards 2020, I actually have to sit down and plan this out now. So I have a couple of things, couple of goodies, couple of ideas that I have set out that I am working on setting up for you guys. And it's going to be a ton of ideas that you guys can use. So I'm really excited about that. The month of December has the same exact kind of thing going on that I have for October and November, except for I didn't put my film days in here yet because I don't know if Tuesdays will stick or if I'll go back to Mondays. But the plan for Monday, or not Monday, the plan for December is going to be a holiday edition. So that's the other project that I want to get into. So December is all going to be about planner goodies and a whole bunch of things that you guys are probably going to want to see, because December is going to be that month where we start to get ready for 2020. And then at the end of December, as a Christmas treat, there's going to be something happening on my channel, okay? There's going to be something happening. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what that is now, but just know that there are going to be things happening in December, which is geared towards my channel and you guys, of course, all of my subscribers. The small channel that I am, you guys have no idea how happy it makes me when you guys leave me comments down below, when you tell me if you like the video. That just makes my heart so happy because I'm sharing something and someone's taking away from that. So that makes my heart happy. So even though I have all of these projects, December is going to be a month for you all. So stay tuned for that. That is coming in a couple of months. I had to share that with you all because I want to get ready for that. I have projects going on that I want to get ready for that. So now that we got all the projects and I got to tell you guys about that, I'm so sorry if that was boring, but we get into my weekly. So my weekly is not that much of any difference, anything that I'm not, familiar with. I've always done a horizontal layout like this where it's just, just a week and a box and maybe a date. I've always done that. I've continued to do that throughout, except for this time I got rid of the lines. I just felt like the lines were just ugly, and so I got rid of the lines and I just started doing like a blank, well, not blank, but just the words, and just going off of, like visual, like how much space do I want to have in between each day. So that's how I set up my weeks. I'm not going to go too crazy in here, except for the fact that I bullet point everything, and everything that's in my calendar is not in here. I've even went ahead and used my budget, but that's not what I wanted to share. I've even went ahead and used my schedule sheets. So we have something going on today, and as you can see, this is for the 2nd, but we have things going on for today that I just didn't put in here. But a lot of these tasks are just things that I want to get done in that day. So I've kind of split it up. It has an AM and PM. So these are kind of exactly how I would do things had I just used like a regular sheet of paper or like a list style. I'll usually get up and do stuff in the kitchen. I'll do a lot of stuff around the house before I take my shower. I don't know. I'm one of those weird people. To me, it's not weird at all. I actually do all of my housework before I take a shower. The way my whole persona works is I rather get the dirty jobs done first, and then after doing all the dirty jobs, then take my shower, my bath, and relax for the rest of the day. Some people look at it as, well, why are you going to clean your whole house, clean your bathrooms, and then take a shower and then just dirty it back up? Here's the thing. We clean our showers and our tubs out after every use. So some people don't do that. In this household, me and my husband, we do that. So regardless if I clean my house first, clean my bathrooms first, and take my shower after, I'm still going to clean my shower it's not like I'm scrubbing toilets. So um, that's why I kind of have like all of the wind down things in the PM. But all of housework and task work, those things get done in the morning. So that is the schedule that I have set out for. And then I do a lot of this. I do a lot of pre planning schedules. So these are supposed to be like dailies, but I use them as pre planning, if that makes sense. So I kind of write a day that I want everything to happen, and I just write it in bullet form like this. So this is jumping towards Saturday. So this is Wednesday, and this is Saturday. So I kind of use it like that. In the past, I've used my dailies like a bullet point for what I've wanted to get done on that day, as you guys saw in my ring planner. And we'll jump to that really quick just to see like the differences between the two. Because this kind of makes me use my daily section as like an actual schedule versus like stuff that I want to get done that actual day, like the day that I'm on. So in the past, let's see if I can go to one. This is when I switched. So let's go back here. Okay. So in the past, I would just do like my week here, and then I would do everything that I wanted to get done in that week on my daily sheet. So I was using it as like a list style. Instead, now I have a daily or a schedule, so I can kind of write the day and then write everything I want to get done in that day. So instead of for the week, I just have the schedule sheets. So that way I'm not just putting it off until the next day, putting it off and procrastinating until the following day. So that's how I've decided to use the schedule section. So those are the only things that I have in my traveler's notebook so far. I did decide to go ahead and use that one booklet for like daily recap. So I've decided to go ahead and continue with, and I don't need this anymore. I've decided to go ahead and continue with this because I felt like, this was really good. I recapped my day for the 28th of September. This is everything that happened that day. Absolutely everything in the exact same order that it happened. We went grocery shopping, we went to get smoothies, we did all of this stuff, and I wrote about it. I wrote what we did that day, so I know my day and my time wasn't wasted. I haven't wrote anything else in here, so today will be the first day that I write something for October because it's no longer September. But that is how I've been using my traveler's notebook. As far as my little pocket planner, I'm actually going to go ahead and set this up as a little calendar. I've been meaning to get to it. I just have not gotten to it, but I'm going to set this up as a little calendar. And I really love the way this is set up, just, note paper and for chicken scratch, but I need a calendar in here because I hate flipping between the two. I hate flipping through my phone to figure out which day I'm on. So I need to set calendars up in here. But like I said before, I'm not putting grocery lists in my TN anymore. I'm strictly putting everything shopping related to like groceries and household in here. And other lists will go into my TN, like stuff that I want for my planner. Actually, my planner system is going to be changing. So what I am thinking about buying for the month of, or not for the month, for the year 2020 is going to be so detailed in the planning. Like, I can't wait to share what I'm going to be using for 2020 with you all. I just cannot wait. It's probably going to be a combination of rings and bound, but you guys will soon find out. Trust me, you guys will soon find out. But like I said, I'm just using this for groceries and household goods. and dinner ideas. I actually went ahead and wrote out, I don't want to show you guys that because that is about 2020. But I actually went ahead and wrote out what we needed from the grocery store until we do our real grocery shopping. And I actually wrote out our total here so I know how much we spent. So if we wanted to recreate this list and do these particular dinner items again, we can. Also, what I have in here, and this is why I need a monthly and a weekly in here, because I'm using this for like grocery shopping, meal planning, household. So I'm not putting that stuff in my TN because I have other things that I'm working on and I just don't want it to get lost when I actually need to take this to the grocery store. So in here, I just have what we are having for dinner this week. Actually, because we did not have dinner at home Monday, I'm actually going to make what I would have made for Monday today. So instead of having leftovers, we are going to be having chicken Alfredo with broccoli, and then it will something on this list will kind of get kicked off. But I do have our grocery list and grocery budget that we actually spent, as well as what I want to spend, projected budget to spend. This one was for October, but this is it, guys. This is like just pen to paper. It's nothing fancy. It's just all geared towards things that need to work for me. So what I'm going to be doing today is probably working on this and setting this up and really getting this just set up with calendars and weeklies. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I need to do it because I use it for meal planning and stuff, and I'm using it as a wallet, so I need to do that. Also, the last thing that I want to touch base in is I'm using this notebook for Inktober. So while I'm taking my social media break, I'm going to be working on Inktober, which is another one of the projects here. I bought this little journal sketchbook back in June, and I remember telling you guys I didn't know what to use it for. I found a purpose. So this is going to be for Inktober, and probably just like small journal challenges is going to be used for this booklet here. So that is that. The last things that I want to retouch with you on is social media. I went ahead and created an Instagram and a Pinterest. I've always had Pinterest, but I just never used it as much. But I went ahead and redid my Pinterest. So you guys can follow me there at Life with MJB. That is my name for all of my social media platforms except for Facebook. Facebook is just for family and friends. I don't do anything planner on that channel except for in the groups that I'm in. But you guys can follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope you guys took away something from it. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, or anything that you want to let me know, leave them in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. And as always, guys, bye.